And welcome to another Mark Bishop show. Well, the nation's largest vets organization. Big call out now on Americans to be the one. Be the one what? To stop veteran suicide. That's what it's about. The American Legion, folks, it's the nation's largest veterans organization. You know that. It was chartered by Congress back in 1919. It's committed to its four pillars of youth and strong national defense, veterans, and Americanism. And there's approximately 1.6 million Legionnaires in more than 12,000 posts across the nation and region overseas. They serve their communities with a devotion to mutual helpfulness. You want to check them out, you can go to www.legion.org. But as Veteran Day approaches, American Legion National Commander Daniel J. Seehafer is imploring all Americans to be the one to stop veteran suicide. Welcome, Commander.
It's good to be here. Good to be here.
Well, sir, no issue is more important to the American Legion than the prevention of veteran suicide. Estimates do vary as to, how many take their lives each day, but we do know that one is too many. Commander Seehafer, what is Be the One?
Absolutely. Thanks for asking, and again, thanks for having me.
Well, you're most welcome. Give us an idea of what the promotion is about. Be the one.
Is again, not just a theme or some catchy title, but really a mission of ours, being the one and saving one, just as you mentioned. And when we talk about this, we're here to ask, we're here to listen, we're here to reach out. And in that process, that's what we call our special term of buddy check. And I don't know if some of our listeners are familiar with that, but what we're doing is we're reaching out within our communities. You just mentioned all the posts that we have right into our little communities, but we're being very active in reaching out. What we do is that simple little ask, hey, how's it going? Are you okay? Knowing those signs, because what we want to do is we want to destigmatize the fact of asking for help. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay. Not everybody is on the mountaintops, but we're together. And we talk about this as not just simply as our organization, but really as a family. And so when we ask, those are the things that we do, we ask about, but we also listen. For me, my profession, since I was in the Navy as a chaplain, my profession, though, is also ministry. I'm an ordained clergy of the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod, and I have people that come professionally into my office for some counseling and direction. And there's times where I, open my door, open my time, and they just open up and they talk, and I'm just listening. And at the end of our conversation, they say, "Oh, Pastor, I feel much better." And I didn't even say a word.
Right.
I just let them talk, and knowing that they know that I care. It's the same thing right here.
Wow.
And so it is being effective and working.
Well, that's good because, look, whether a veteran has been to war or not, he or she has at one time or another pledged to die in defense of this nation if called upon. So, some have given all and all gave some. But the American Legion believes, then you do believe that their service is worth celebrating. But you also ask employers to recognize that the best way to honor a veteran is to hire one. Because from my understanding, what I read and hear about, the X amount of vets that, leave the service every year, male, female, haven't a clue in a lot of cases what they want to do. What can we do as a society to help more there?
Yes, great question, and I thank you for that, because it's not only this is with Be the One and that is a crisis issue, but not everything is crisis with us as veterans. But we're great workers, and we're very productive as well. We're trained, and just as you mentioned, that's something that we can do, especially with the celebration of Veterans Day. We celebrate life. A veteran is alive. We say thank you. And there's nothing wrong with saying thank you, but you can go even a step farther. And that's exactly right. In informing our businesses out there that if they need workers, hire a veteran. Hire a veteran. We're trained, we're disciplined, and we're on time, and we have a good work ethic. And following that as well is for the rest of us, and maybe those that have not served but are very supportive. If they know a veteran business, support it. Support it. Those are two great things in word, and I always say as well as in deed. You know, so those are two great things that we can join together in celebrating Veterans Day.
Well, is there a place where, you know, is this organized properly? Is there, other than private organizations, is the government at all supporting you in an area of perhaps getting veterans hired? How does a person in business know where to go, what to do, how to find, that type of thing?
Absolutely. So, you know, even in our organization, we hold and have a great partnership with businesses. So for us, we're pretty big. We have a very important part of our legislative team that deals with education, jobs, and, you know, like employment. And so when we hold job fairs, we have a one-on-one partnership with some of these big businesses and big companies where they hire on the spot. My hometown is from Wisconsin. In fact, we did one, it was a few years ago, but through that job fair, we hired 1 in 5 veterans on the spot.
Wow.
There's some rules that you know, we couldn't hire, it's a lot higher, but there's some rules that, you know, they had to go into the place of employment to actually get hired. So it was a lot higher than that even. But so it's definitely catching on. And we support any legislative issues that increase the awareness or the direction of getting veterans into jobs, and not just getting a job, but getting a well-paying job.
Well, that's it. A lot of vets are well-trained, aren't they? A lot of vets are well-trained. You know, they're high-tech this, or
absolutely.
It's not a matter of all they're trained to do is kill somebody or drive a tank. You know, that's a misnomer. There's a lot of clever veterans there that would love to be able to get work. And the irony of it is you're looking at businesses that can't find anybody. It's ridiculous. Now, look, we don't have a lot of time left, so I do want to ask you, Veterans Day is approaching, okay? What's the best way, other than what we've touched on with reference to maybe hiring a vet, what's the best way to show appreciation for veterans in your mind?
Well, I always say this, you know, and never to diminish just that thank you. You know, I know some have said, you know, well, we got to do more. It's like, well, you know, I tell you what, if you see somebody that and you stop and you just say thank you for your service, and especially even phrase it even a little bit different, to say thank you for my freedom. You know, change that and pinpoint it exactly. That does make a difference. You don't realize. I've seen it because I observe it more, and I'm on the road a lot. You know, I'll be only home probably less than 10 days out of the whole year of my journey here. So I see it and I observe. My eyes are always observing. So when I see their face change, when people say that, that does mean a difference. That makes a difference. It means a lot to them, to our fellow veterans. So that would be the greatest present, I would say, to just say that. Yeah. Those special words.
It is a good thing to remember. You're right. In a lot of various interviews that I do, I always make a point of, you know, saying at the end of it, if it was a veteran that I've in business now and whatever, I always say thank you for your service. It's just a little something that, you know, you're right, our freedoms. The kids of today don't realize what vets have been through for us to have what we have. And it's something that has to be kept alive all the way down. And you do a great job. I mean, I wish you well, first of all, on your appointment as the commander now. You know, you've got a big job ahead of you. As you said, you're on the road an awful lot. So good luck and be safe, okay, Commander? You do a great job, and we need you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
We need you. Thank you. Thank you indeed. And good luck on Veterans Day. That, ladies and gentlemen, American Legion National Commander, Daniel J. Seehafer. The new fella. He's doing a great job. Okay, so you heard him here on The Mark Bishop Show. Thank you for listening. We'll be back soon.